I love this time in the celebration when someone can share. And I'm sure almost everyone in this room knows that we have a school. But I don't think that we have really the level of understanding of what going to a Science of Mind Center for Spiritual Living elementary school or school can do for some of the children in our community. So I have asked one of the parents to come up today and share a little bit about his experience with Light of Wisdom School. Michael Drinkin.
Thank you, Barbara. Members in spiritual community, I bid you a gloriously happy morning. As it is my honor, it happens that I am the parent of 3 wonderful kids. The oldest of mine has disappeared off to Minnesota to begin college in the fall. However, the 2 youngest, Presley, age 15, and Elliot, age 5 3/4. I have to say the 3/4. Parenting them is nothing short, as any of the parents in the audience might know, is a mind-bending experience. And with 3 kids, you can imagine I'm fairly flexible. I know my job is to set an example. My job is to support them, nurture them, encourage them, and guide them. And predominantly, I feel my job is to make their lives better for them or easier for them than my life might have been for me. I've had to personally plow through decades of nonsense and old belief patterns to get to a place where I'm able to live a life rooted in consciousness and rooted in personal integrity. I didn't want them to have to endure that same struggle. Last school year, I saw just how naturally and how easily children can be taught to live conscious lives. And you might think 5 3/4, but hang on with me for a second. Let me give you a few examples. Presley, our 15-year-old girl, is a fan of a technique used at the Light of Wisdom School we call WAVE. WAVE stands for Witness, Accept, Empower, and Validate. It's a deeply powerful inner tool, one that cuts through levels of nonsense and gets right to the root of belief systems and outs them so they can be dealt with right in the moment. It is powerful. It hit her like a ton of bricks, so much so that I can say that Presley is a fan of waving not only herself and her brothers and her mom and I, but also the guy at the grocery store and pretty much everyone else she runs into contact with on a daily basis. My youngest son, Elliot, recently had a meltdown at bedtime, like a kid of 5 3/4 will, when he doesn't want to go to bed. And amidst this crazy meltdown, I was able to speak to his higher self. I was able to address him and call him out of his emotional roller coaster and ask him to come back to what we call butterfly breath, which is simple presence. It's just present moment awareness. We practiced some breathing, and he was able to shut down those emotions and get right there with me in that present moment in a way that I have never seen before, in a way that it took me decades to do. With wet, teary eyes, we sat there by his bedside practicing butterfly breath. And in just 2 minutes or so, he was calm and he was aware. And with love and grace, he drifted right off to sleep. He recently started karate class. He's had 3 classes so far. And his teacher, Master Dickinson, has asked him at the last class, which was just yesterday, to help him facilitate their end-of-class circle meditation. He's helping Master Dickinson lead kids 12 and 13 years old into presence and meditation. He's 5 3/4 years old. I think what I'm witnessing here in the growth of my kids is literally the light of wisdom. Let those words really sink in, because that's what it is. We have this belief that wisdom requires decades to attain and to get to, but I'm not so sure that's true anymore. Maybe it took me decades to get through, but I'm watching young people demonstrate to me the fact that wisdom is little more than just simple, open honesty, rooted in integrity. Wisdom is the availability to really experience life as it comes from your personal integrity. That's wisdom. And maybe it doesn't take decades to get there. Because I'm not sure my kids aren't in some ways wiser than I am. I know that I'm grateful that the Light of Wisdom School children, all of them, are taught to feel through their issues and address them in the moment as they come up. And this precludes the need for carrying around so much baggage through decades and decades of life. They're able to out these things and handle them as they happen, rather than carrying them around with them and ending up a 40-year-old person struggling with all kinds of backstory and all kinds of beliefs. When you deal with things right in the moment, the result is true inner freedom. The result is children living in personal integrity. Now, part of the credit I will give will be to the facilitators. I think Nancy Miller is not in the room. I think she is actually upstairs with the youngsters today. But anyone who knows Nancy Miller knows that we would struggle to find a better example for how to live our teaching than by watching Nancy Miller. To watch someone live a life out there, open, honest, available, literally living it as it comes up and just riding the roller coaster with these kids. There's nothing hidden with the facilitators at the Light of Wisdom School. Nancy Walton, I saw walk in a minute ago, my goodness gracious. Sherry Free, I could go on and on. Everyone that interacts with the Light of Wisdom School kids are not just incredible educators, they're spiritual teachers. That's the sort of education that the kids at Light of Wisdom School are getting. I don't know how you could put a price on that, but I will say that we come together on Sunday mornings to be fed spiritual food, and it is a beautiful thing. But during the school year, each and every single day, our kids are receiving their spiritual food. While we may be down here on Sunday mornings declaring that today is a happy day, during the school year, up those stairs over there, we are planting seeds for countless happy tomorrows. If it is yours to do, I invite you to pop your head in at the Light of Wisdom School, whether you have a child or not, whether you have a few moments or just a little help you can lend. Just pop your head in and see how it works over there and see what we're doing. And what you're going to find is a demonstration of how we raise children in science of mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. And what I want you to know is that when you come in here on Sunday or when you support this center, you are supporting that school. That we support that school, we keep that school open, the kids come on a love offering basis of tuition, and that we gather together as spiritual community to take care of our kids. So take a deep breath and know that your presence touches the world. That the children at our school, the children in our kids club, but also we claim that love and that support for every child on this planet, no matter where they live, no matter what's going on. We know that presence of the divine is greater than geographical barriers, economics, or politics. So that love that we are, that knowing that each child is a spark of spirit, powerful and creative in their own life, travels around to touch every boy and every girl that calls Earth home. And in that, we get ready.